Today I'll teach you how to send email in ASP.NET. So let's start. Now inside the Web.Config file, I'll be adding the mail settings. In order to add the mail settings, I am making use of system.net section. Then inside that I am creating a node mail settings. Then within that another node SMTP. First the delivery method attribute is set to network, and in the from I am setting the address of the sender, and the network node has the following attributes: host, which is the mail server domain; port, which is the port number of the mail server; enable SSL, which has value true or false depending whether your mail server supports SSL or not; username and password, which is required for authentication; and default credentials, which has the value default set to true. Now in case of Gmail, the username and the password is your Gmail email, and the password will be your Gmail password or your two-step verification password which you have generated. In case your Gmail account has two-step verification enabled. Now in the ASPX page, I'll be adding an HTML table to which I'll be adding some labels and text boxes. The first text box is for to, that is the recipient of the email. The next text box is for subject of the email. Then the third text box is a multi-line text box for the body of the email. And finally, I have a button which when clicked will send the email message. I am adding an on-click event handler to the button. Let's move to the code behind. Now we'll start by adding the namespaces system.net, then system.net.mail, then system.configuration, then system.net.configuration. Inside the send email event handler, first the SMTP section is defined, which is used to fetch the mail settings from the SMTP section of the Web.Config file. Then an object of mail message class is created to which the from and the to email address is passed. Then the subject of the email is set. Then the body. Then we specify whether our HTML email body is HTML or non-HTML. If it is HTML, then the variable is set to true. And if it is a text email, then it is set to false. Then an object of SMTP client class is created. Here we set the host. Then enable SSL. Then the network credential object is created where we specify the username and password of the mail server. Then the default credentials value is set, which is also read from the SMTP sections of the Web.Config file. Finally, the network credentials are set into the credentials property of the SMTP class. Then the port number is set. And finally, the email is sent using the send function To the send function, we pass the mail message object. Once the message is sent, a confirmation message is displayed using JavaScript alert message box. So with this, we complete our programming part, and now it's time to run our project and see it in action. As you can see, the text boxes and the send button is now visible. Now I'm putting recipient email, then the subject of the email, then the body of the email, and I'll be clicking the button. Now it is displaying the message. Email is sent. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon. Goodbye.